Greetings everyone, this is Spin. In today's episode, I'll be playing through the second episode of Bloody Pulp Fiction, Road to Deadland. We'll be starting off with the first level, Training Grounds. So without further ado, let's begin. Well fella, you're lucky you got out of there alive. Shit, who the hell are these guys? Hold on, I'm gonna get us out of here. You crazy son of bitches. Looks like... Well, unfortunately our chauffeur died. And all these cabal cultists. But thankfully, we are going to avenge our chauffeur. Although this is not the most favorable way of fighting these cultists. Start out with just a flare gun and double barrel shotgun. Alright, so we picked off most of them and we took out care of the drive-by cultists. Or not the drive-by, but the ones that are shooting at us from the beginning. As I was voice acting the chauffeur. Oh yes, Tommy gun drop. Oh. Get down from there, boy. Okay, so we got the Tommy gun fairly early. So let's top up with some health, grab the supplies from the little stash, and let's continue on. Yeah, so now that we got what I think is perhaps the most toughest part of this level, let's take care of this zombie first, and we got a cultist. Alright, got him. Yeah, that's a real nasty starting area, considering that you don't have a lot to work with. So, in these little tight areas here, we're going to take care of some zombies. And it's often the first secret of the level. Past this shrubbery and cobweb, we'll be introduced to the doctor's bag and some spiders. Alright, take care of the spiders, and some shotgun ammunition. Now, where the spiders came from in this crevice, you can actually crawl through it. And this is the mega secret. Technically, it's the second secret, but the map list has 5 secrets. But it doesn't tag the super secret, for whatever reason. So, once we poke this cobweb, we get a super armor. Much needed for this level, especially early on. So we continue on here. To the left, we got a cultist. That's in a transparent wall. We got one more. Behind the seats there. So let's grab a TNT case. I'm gonna deal with some spiders first. And this is going to be the third secret area. So over here where all these hanging dolls and so forth are over here, there's an invisible wall. And we have the voodoo doll now. And also a building. So once our delirium clears up, let's take a look inside. Inside we have a Blair Witch Project reference. Dude's in the corner trying to avoid seeing the Blair Witch. But thankfully for him, we took care of him. Which was a phantasm. Although he's probably so scared that he is not going to turn away from his corner. And he's invincible too, so I have no idea why he is so dang scared. I guess he's just that scared of ghosts, I figure. So now that we've taken care of that, we got another cultist waiting for us. Now we got a fanatic. And in this next portion of the training grounds, we got a couple of cultists here. Eventually get that cultist to throw the TNT. Get some friendly fire going. Oh man, what? You were not the intended target. But he still died. So let's stay crouched down. And we got some fanatics. And one shotgunner. And a zombie. Now we woke up a cultist over here. And he's gonna be burning alive. Now fourth secret is over here. We gotta practice our quick draw skills.
Oh, I won.
Looks like I'm a crack shot. Okay, so shooting those 3 bullseye targets will grant you the Tommy gun and some remote detonators and flares. Now I got the Tommy gun early from a fanatic drop. Sometimes it doesn't happen, sometimes it does, but I'm thankful it happened early. So this is perhaps my favorite part of this level. I got a bunch of these zombies coming here, but time this. You can fire these cannons at the zombies and thin them out early on before you start throwing the TNT. Yeah, so if you pay attention to the little smoke flying out of the ground, that's where the projectiles, the cannonballs, are going to land, so act accordingly on that. Alright, so now that all those zombies have been taken care of, we're going to be moving on to the final area. We got a cultist on 2 pathways. Alright then. Alright, so our 5th and final secret is over here. If I could reach it, there it is. It's a transparent wall that's easy to spot. And looks like someone got ran through the wood chipper. That's a Fargo reference. So we got one more cultist over here. Well, actually, that's not the last one, but we got some hiding behind these trees. Okay. And let's throw our dynamite into this crack here. And take care of the last 3 zombies, and just like that, we are done with this level. "69, dudes." So that is Training Grounds. It is a very tough start for episode 2 of Bloody Pulp Fiction. It is kind of crazy. You're driving by, then you get ambushed by 3 cultists, 2 shotgunners on the left, and the dynamite cultist on the right. Then your chauffeur guy gets wasted by the cabal. Then you have to deal with all those cultists with solely the flare gun, because the shotgun is not going to be useful at that vantage point, and you know you don't want to get peppered with all them bullets. So it's a very tough start, but once you thin out the crowds in the front and get past that, it's a smooth sailing level once you get past that. Now, there's not a lot of secrets in this one. It's very short. It is the starting level of episode 2, which means that the secrets aren't going to be as rewarding. But the first secret, or I should say the super secret, which is the second one, it's not listed on the secret counter on the screen. I don't know why, but that is the second secret, where you get the super armor, and it's very useful throughout the entire level, because you still got to deal with a bunch of hit scanners moving forward. So yeah, this is pretty much it. You had a couple of neat references. You had the Fargo reference and the Blair Witch reference, but that's about it. And it was a decent starting level for episode 2, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. See ya.